Greetings everyone, and Grade here for another Relic 3 replay. So on the right side as Red Empire, we have Dota. And usually this is set to his ally, the Greens. At this position here, as the Green Soviets, we have ClickClack. Spawning on the north right side as the Magenta Empire with Marc777Marc. And likely his Cyan ally, the Cyan Empire BruceLeeVII. As the other opponent, as the Yellow Soviets, we have Kra7os10. I have no idea. And as likely as blue allies, we have MalikZw. Blue and red are definitely not friends. And yep, there's a bear next to Cyan's dojo core. So that definitely means green and Cyan are not friends. And I believe Magenta is coming down here to subsist his Cyan ally. You got mutual kills there. Fox troopers are in the region. More bears are advancing. Gets some good damage on the bears. Does gun him down. No, doesn't gun him down in time. Does gun him down in time. The fresh guy. And now we do have this bear advancing. Does get the bonsai charge there, and actually get the kill there onto the bear without mutual destruction, and now they do slice those flak troopers. Nice kill there on the terror drone. And green does get a good roar there, but there's a couple of these Imperial Warriors still here, and now we do got a green sickle. Will jump on forward, does get a good hit there. Now completely surround, which is good. Red and green. Green deployed out a power plant next to his teammate. Not a big surprise there. We may see some more sickles and deal with all those Imperial Warriors. Cash bounty deployed on out, very nice. Got another reactor being deployed out as well. Castle's lit, needs some money, get out the sickle as soon as possible. This sickle is severely wounded. Jumps on down, is focused on that tank buster. More tank busters being put out by Magenta. Let's get some good hits there. This one is almost down, and more sickles being put out by Green. Very nice. Though the War Factory has seen quite a bit of beating there, needs some more sickles. These sickles are getting quite wounded, doesn't have access to any repairs. Tank buster does find a good hit there, and will try to gun down the tank buster before it gets on the garrison. Does get it before it gets in the garrison. War Factor receiving quite a bit of fire there. Cyan is low on power as well, so the Defender Corps won't do much. Green may just need to abandon space at this current time. Keep whatever income he has. Try to pull out a refinery down south before his reactor goes down. Now, Crusher Crane being deployed now. That constant repairs will be very useful with Sickle, trying to keep his front line going. He doesn't want to abandon this region. Red has to be a bit more passive, because he can't really support his teammate. He can't go across the bridge. He has to deploy out some Mecha Tengus and fly over here or drop them down. Tank Busters trying to breach their way towards this refinery. You also got a reactor here to distract. Got a very, very large number of tank busters here. I don't think Green can hold this base location at the current rate. Magenta's doing a good job of supporting his teammate. Up north, we do have Red's counterattacking a Magenta. Very nice. When one of Green's fighters goes down, it's trying to build a war factory. How much income does Green have, or money? Sickles are staying alive, but barely. They need a lot of repairs. And that other refinery does go down there. Needs to sell off these wall segments, get them crushed. Does crush both of those sickles since he knows he's going to lose them. And didn't take time to crush this ore collector either. Magenta has been gutted quite a bit to point out some more infantry forces here. There's the MCV. And we'll spot this relatively exposed refinery as well. Doing some more aggressive advancements here. A lot of Imperial Warriors pulling out. Maybe he has honorable discharge to throw in the mix of everything. Very good. A nice little cash bounty for Green as well, trying to get some income. Blue and yellow being very defensive. which is good for red and green over here because they can't really afford all too much. Green's trying to go for a refinery right here. Not either naval refinery just yet. There's also a dog in the way. Does manage to keep out with those jet Tengus. This refinery location will go down. Cyan and Magenta had a huge swell of infantry. And we do got a construction yard here deployed out by Magenta, though he needs to start perhaps cleaning up these regions. I'm not sure where he's going. He's actually perhaps eyeing here. Right now, green just needs to focus on rebuilding. Just low on economy. Does cancel the Tesla coil there. Realize he's going to place on top of a refining location. And now green is starting to get bombed up. He needs to get that on task. Green has lost his base up north. Not green, Magenta. He does sell off that refinery now. And looks like Red's going to pull out some wall segments to support his teammate as well. Very nice. Oh, looks like Cyan. Nope, that's clean up the rest of red wall segments, or green's wall segments. Green's going for a second refinery here. Red is going for his refinery here. Blue has a decent mixed force, nothing too critical. Going for some more bomb runs. Red is going for a big swarm of jet Tengus. And does get some more harassment there, this time onto Cyan rather than Magenta. Does break the bridge there. It has a refinery up, or power generator right there as well. It does spot Magenta's MCV there, which could be very handy for Red to get some good damage onto it. It looks like Magenta may be eyeing to go back to his teammate's war factory. Yellow, I don't think has done anything this game just yet. MCV has received quite a bit of fire there. Cyan's MCV needs to get back towards his own war factory. Got some jet or tank busters here. They're quickly gunned down. Got a big swell of tank busters now pushing forward. He's getting towards his war factory some repairs. And now got some Athenas deployed up by Blue. Green once again has abandoned his location there as well. This refiner does get cleaned on up. His war factory will be destroyed as well. Loses the Terror drone, and now bombing runs onto his refinery there. Green simply cannot catch a break. Actually, Green has deployed our ore refinery there. I think maybe using off his teammate's build radius. Handful infantry there. Magenta's infrastructure is not too significant. Blue, Cyan's getting some much needed repairs from his war factory, that's for sure. It took a bit of time to get that repaired up. Super reactor, best sell it off at this point in time. And Red will need to focus on defense from his blue opponent now. Handful of multicolored turrets there, handful of guardian tanks, and a pair of Athenas. Low on power as well. Looks like Red has command up north. Green still needs to migrate north as well. And got a big drop there on the Athena cannons. Doesn't finish that one off. Does finish it off now. The heroic one is still alive. And now the fuckers have healed up to something of the full health, but we'll still see some shotgun blasts. And now these power plants will be going on down. There's no low power, may as well just sell off this infrastructure. Green should pass to sell off his reactor as well. Yellow still has pretty much done nothing this entire game and does find a dockyard core there. Get it cleaned up, very nice. Instant generator is now under siege, receiving quite a bit of fire. And now I got this force advancing as well. The Athenian cannon is still way lagging behind, as red and green's MCV will be evacuating this region once again. He's throwing some of this infantry inside these garrisons, trying to slow down his opponent. And does take out that unit there now. North, we do have the more harassment being put out by red, very nice. Green's on 1 refinery economy, red's on 2, Zion's on 2, Magenta's on 3. Zion also has a oil derrick. Yellow has done nothing, hasn't expanded, has been macroing poorly. Yellow must have a massive float of income. Blue's expanding down to the sea. Now bears start making the way forward. Orc is backing away. We do have the jet tangus flying about. That's going to crush the bear there. And all bears get crushed by the power generator. Surprised the power generator to get veterancy from that, but of course I don't think you can get veterancy on them whatsoever. And now we've got an aircraft carrier deployed out by blue, which is going to be hitting magenta. Zion has a massive force here of a mix of mostly just infantry and a good amount of striker VXs. The refinery's still alive, but barely. If the could have kept that around. Striker VXs could have shot down the aircraft, he would have advanced a little bit farther forward. Blue's deploy out another refinery there. Yellow has so far done absolutely nothing. Has got a battle lab and does not have enough income for Crusher Crane, so he's spending his income. But he's, I suppose, still on just 2 refineries and has done nothing. Got a very, very mixed force here. A large number of terror drones as well. I have no idea what he's doing. Green has lost his refinery there. Green has no refinery, looks like. That does get cleaned on up. Now we've got the Vindicators advancing. As the Army subs will find this area, but they will be gunned up a little bit by the Assault Destroyer. Good naval escort there on the blue aircraft carrier. Of course, Imperial Docks will be gunned down by the Mega Tengus. And that did potentially allow Green, the cash bounty, to get out a refinery. Brought out a refinery from his teammates' build radius. And I do see down south, actually, there's another refinery here as well. So Green is trying to get his economy up and rolling. Red would like to also get more economy as well. Green and Red has to help each other out. The Green Soviet player, even if he doesn't, if he imagine he gets 0 economy, he can still at least deploy out his protocols when he does get them unlocked. But your Union Suds are policing the seas, and they will find this refinery. Got a barracks here as well, so he's eyeing for a engineer to claim oil derricks. Ooh, I don't know why, it seemed like that engineer didn't come out. And he does grab it. His teammate will throw his engineer over here, or over here. That's probably here safer. Red does have a decent force of jet Tengus. And looks like his aircraft carrier is still ripping apart Magenta. And got a nice desolate airstrike right there. Very nice. Was that a satellite or a time bomb? What was that? I saw a computer terminal. It looked like a parts. I have no idea what that was. I saw a computer screen. I can't remember what has a small little green computer screen. Indicator's coming for a bombing run. Let's take out that Mecha Tengu. And throw some bombs onto a power generator. And now this aircraft carrier is receiving something from green, satellites. Can satellites get absorbed by black hole armor? Nope, it does not. Does get some good damage there. The assault destroyer got an Akulo sub deployed out by green as well. Ultra torpedoes nailed the assault destroyer, but the weapon chambers from those hydrofoils will prevent any sort of further aggression. As right now, if green were to... Green needs to get... red needs to get those jet tankers there. Does destroy that Imperial docks. And we'll go throw some torpedoes there onto the assault destroyer. Does finally get both of them jammed. See some bombing hits there onto the Akulo sub. Cleans up the assault destroyer now. Throw some torpedoes there as well. One more torpedo and that hydrofoil does get cleaned up. Another Akulo sub has been deployed now. That one does get cleaned up. Now there's too many Akulo subs for those hydrofoils. Throw some ultra torpedoes onto the aircraft carrier. And we've got more and more bombing runs there. This time there's enough jet Tengus to clean up those aircraft, so Green can take his time to finish off these forces. Aircraft carrier does go down, but did its good damage there, and we do have a massive naval force here by blue. Green can police the waters, so can not really Magenta. And Magenta does have a handful of ore collectors now. Magenta is also a little bit low in economy, has 2 refineries here. No, Magenta has plenty of economy. Cyan only has 2 refinery economy as well, currently. Ore collectors won't be able to do much. Doesn't take out Akulo sub there. Akulo sub should have done a final voyage. And Desolate airstrike onto this economic line. Magenta's now under siege. All Magenta and Cyan has to hope for is that the fact that they can... These Striker BXs need to get over here to shoot down those sortie aircraft from the aircraft carriers. Yellow's finally making himself presence known, and he doesn't realize the bridges are destroyed as well. Not gonna be blunt, Yellow is definitely a bit of a noob. Many of these air forces do get cleaned on up, so does the Terror drones. Terror drones do go across the water, but quickly get cleaned up by all the tank busters. More Terror drones and bears goes across the sea, and this force here is doing nothing. If he would realize the bridge is down and repair it up, he would be able to advance. Though if he repairs the bridge, it may be quickly destroyed by those tank busters. Ooh, well, took that out. Was there a Tanya or something like that? Not sure actually took that out. Got these Guardian tanks. There's also one Mirage here. He could actually use the Mirage camouflage ability, which could be useful in this situation, actually. But we've got a massive wave of tank bosses here, and many of them inside these garrisons as well. I don't think Blue's able to punch forward with all these tank bosses here. While the multi-gunners are called IFVs, they are not infantry fighting vehicles. Green's conscript does come forward, does spot a lot of this stuff here as well. There's a single Mirage tank for her, which is the only decent anti-infantry they have. Black Troop is also in the mix as well, firing, and we've got a pair of Athena cannons trying to displace these garrisons now. Let's go and destroy the units that are inside the garrison, since they were stacked up and when they got ejected. Mega tanks won't do much versus the jet tank goose we have here. Now, big crowd gets advancing. Red does lose get some of his guys frozen. Blue gets even more of his own guys frozen, but does get crushed for most of those guys there. And now these green forces manage to get a number of the shatters there, but will get overran by the Guardian tanks there. But we've got a couple mag mines of that Guardian tank there, killing it off. So a handful of Guardian tanks here. No sentry gun, no Tesla coil, no battle cloaker. Got a single Tesla trooper here. Getting some good damage in, but just a little bit outnumbered. And they got the skies cleaned up, but Red has landed, getting some great damage with these forces. I think Red should be able to clean this all up. Now, Blue has lost most of his force. We've got a handful of yellow forces streamlined in because he does not know how to properly control his forces. We've got some V4s in the mix as well. Now I've got a handful of hydrofoils here to escort this aircraft carrier. Got the Assault Destroyers as well. A little bit much in the AT-air. So the cool subs could do some good work there. No weapon jammers on those hydrofoils either. I tried to try to go out for another naval corps there, but was unsuccessful, and now we got a Shogun battleship deployed out by Red. Got a large number of anti-aircraft defenses here, which will do nothing versus a Shogun battleship. 2 Shogun battleships have been deployed out. Another Desolator strike came on in, very nice. It looks like got the free market upgrade protocol selected. Kills off all those forces, very nice. Another Shogun battleship deployed on out. How are those Shogun battleships missing these Imperial warriors? In fact, they just straight up can't target them. Oof, that is a bit of a problem there. Or Red. Just ignore that Imperial warrior. Yellow's infantry is in this area. Green has just primarily a defensive force here, nothing too significant. And I'm not sure what that was. Oh, got a follow on Twitch. Alcatraz Crew 1, thank you for the follow. Yep, it can be very fun. No, I don't play it whatsoever online. And we got these forces that are advancing, got a good number of dolphins and hydrofoils here. A lot of anti-aircraft pieces here with the Assault Destroyer to boot. Here, oh, we got a big siphoning of that aircraft carrier. And does get a nice EMP missile there, freezing all of these hammer tanks. But, aircraft carriers are very slow to pick these guys off. They could actually be unfrozen time. What is it you're playing? Right now, I just largely been playing a bit of War Thunder, honestly. I used to play quite a bit in Company Heroes too. I do modding still with computers too. But overall, I spend a lot of time casting, so I don't really have time to play games anymore. Plus, these hammer tanks have managed to recover, and does go ahead and do a nice little micro there with the Terror drone. The aircraft get immediately shot down when the Terror drone snares the aircraft carrier. Does bomb the Terror drone there now, and does now have an elite aircraft carrier hammer tank, which is a one-time use and completely disposable. So if it goes down, it's down permanently. Hydrofoils getting some great damage there on the jet Tengus. Lots of damage there. But there's a lot of Yari mini subs there to clean up the hydrofoils there. And now the Assault Destroyers need to get off the Black Hole armor and start firing away against these Yari mini subs. Oh, and the Dolphin does get melted. A pair of Dolphins get melted by the Desolator Strike. And now Stingrays are advancing. Does go brave the Toxins. Good damage there onto the Assault Destroyers. Assault Destroyers all down there. And that's an air. I didn't see that satellite there. And a great hit there by the Stingray there, wiping out all those extra hydrofoils. So Blue's Navy is now sunken. Yellow's advancing, getting killed there on the Twin Blades there. And Red's Mecha Tengus should be able to clean up all these forces here. We also got some tank clusters here deployed on up. Very nice. Up north, we've got... Wait, how did I not see the... Okay, I've not really been paying attention to the super weapons. Psionic Decimer has been picked off by Magenta's forces. He was in low power mode as well. Blue's Hot Proton Collider has been deployed on out, and Green does have an Iron Curtain that will be ready before the Proton Collider. Magenta will lose most of his air forces, all of his air forces here. And now it's raining Mecha Tengus. Oh, I hear Final Squadron Omega. Is it Omega? The final squadron. And it's being cast on the Mega Bay Core, finishing it off. Is Final Squadron X? Is it Final Squadron Omega? I also can't remember what the final squadron is. Burning up! Oh, there goes all those chopper PXs. And they explode, knocking around some of these forces as well. The Dreadnought will be cleaned on up by these tank busters there. These forces are advancing, getting some good damage on in there. And we've got also a magnetic satellite there, picking up some of Blue's forces there. He can cast that, move it around. But basically where it was actually cast, that may have been Yellow's. I'm also not exactly sure whose that was. If that was Yellow's, that was a really bad friendly fire incident. This Prism Cannon does need to get back up firing, but it was not firing the entire time. And now this Mirage Tank's getting some good damage in. Does clean up the Terror Drone infected one. And now it's just them trees. We'll go clean up that ore refinery there. Another war factory being deployed, not best to cancel at this point in time. It won't be able to be deployed out or anything useful. A handful of Twin Blades are advancing, but that's to be very careful about these multi-gunner IVs. You could potentially land them by trying to pick something up, use Iron Curtain on them, and then use invulnerable Iron Curtain Twin Blades to clean up the Mirage tanks. We'll get some rockets out of there. We'll clean up one of the Mirage tanks. All the Twin Blades do escape out of there. We do also have Natasha deployed on the field, but we'll find these tank busters and the Pure Warrior inside that garrison, so she may be killed off there. Yeah. That was horribly played. Mirage tanks are making advances to clean up that instant generator. Down south, we got some Shogun battleships. They're going to be needed to provide some shore bombardment. We got 4 Shogun battleships. And Green's trying to pull out some walls, will not be successful. And we've got a massive swarm of jet tankers coming forward. We'll drop out in the mix of it. Even gets honorable discharges, that's going to be a lot of damage in. Green's Twin Blades advance and mix it. They're not being focused out, so Twin Blades are getting some great hits there. And a massive cash bounty deployed out by Green, which also got some of his own buddies, guys, in a cash bounty as well. Wall segments does get cleaned on up. We do got these cool subs cleaned up, whatever that structure was. And there's actually an Apocalypse tank here, sort of stuck. Yellow's advancing forward of a large wave of V4s and Apocalypse tanks. Blue still has an Assault Destroyer here, severely wounded, however. And there goes that. Actually, there's a lot of infantry there. The 2 tank busters and the Imperial Warrior, the garrison of that garrison. Twin Blades being pursued by the jet tankers. They will get cleaned on up. And now got Red's advancing forward as well. Both sides has a massive number of jet tankers, but I think Red will win out. I see a lot of veterancy for Red as well. So much veterancy that Red's not even getting any veterancy up to getting kills. It is relatively close, but Red will win out. Both sides lost massive air forces there. And the vacuum player does go down. And he did not have the Iron Curtain up. Maybe it was low in power. If he had the Iron Curtain up, he perhaps... The Iron Curtain should have been off cooldown. He must have been low in power. If he wasn't low in power, he could have Iron Curtain on the vacuum player to keep it alive. And here comes the satellite. Yeah, I said before, and I believe Yellow's a big noob. And I still believe that is the case. Does throw a Desolate airstrike there that may have been Toxic Corrosion selected as one of his own units. And apparently submerged units cannot be affected by toxic corrosion. Never knew that. Try and pursue these Apocalypse tanks. We also got Tesla Coil here. And more reactors being pulled out by Green. And it's going to get these guys snared, and they will be slowly picked on up. They're not even set to aggressive, so I don't think they go... If they are set to aggressive, they should be able to target down that refinery, though I'm always a bit iffy about the snares. And, oh, let's just try to get the veterancy passed on to the V4s. Got a veteran V4 there. Looks like Scion has been knocked out of the game. Yep, see the MCV going down to Scion. Magenta will be hit next. Up north, we've got Sentry Bombers being pulled up by Blue. That's a lot of Sentry Bombers. Drop the remaining amount of bombs there. They do fall back now. Large wave of Yari Mace up there. Maybe some last voyages to clean up some of these, Oh, that's a pretty nice EMP there. But here comes the Stingrays to clean up these hydrofoils. And there we go, they are cleaning up the V4s, find a direct hit there onto the aircraft carrier as well, and cool subs in the mix as well. Aircraft carrier does get cleaned up, and this one does get snared by the Terror drones. Blue no longer has the C. Now it's firmly into Red and Green's hand. Looks like Magenta's backed out of the game as well. Now it's just a 2v2. And Yellow has done crap this entire game. It's basically a 1v2 at this point in time. Blue's does lose our refinery there. Green still has the Iron Curtain, which would be useful for any of the forces, whether it be his or his teammates. What is Yellow's economy? I have to know. This is Soviet player. He's spent dry building all those expensive units and immediately getting killed off by, and really did nothing.
Construction vehicle at your service.
Construction vehicles at your service. Looks like Blue may have... No, it just was packed up. Not redeployed or built. does go and clean that up now. We got some NCV receiving some fire. And does get the MCV there. Very nice. War Collector does go down. Some of the Sentry Bombers going down as well. Blue is just going to get overwhelmed. Blue has a massive ground force here. The multi-gun IFVs need to get back over here. Red still has a good swarm of Jet Tengus. A large number of them are heroic. And Red does have the C secure. Maybe, yeah, there's a Crusher Crate here. Best idea, the Stingrays can be deployed on land, so keep them around, but maybe a good idea to crush the Akula subs. Shogun battleships can stay around as well. But the Akula subs, crushing them to get a bit of cash bounty wouldn't hurt as well. The Akula subs and the Yari mini subs. In this low eco game, you know your opponent's not going to fly out a large navy anytime soon, and your teammate has plenty of twin blades to deal with a large navy. We're just playing out lots of refineries here, but these are depleted. That's hardly nothing. There's actually a decent amount there, and nice little bit of toxic corrosion there. We've got a Red, and does use the Iron Curtain onto top of the Tesla coil there. It was the best, greatest Iron Curtain there? No, but it did force back the withdrawal. And now we've got some satellites being deployed out there. Red does dodge the satellites there. And this is a level 3 satellite, likely. The Iron Curtain should, yeah, it does wear off there. You may need to sell off these structures. Actually, no, they actually do stay alive. It's starting to prep the Tesla coil and building some more walls around it. The flak cannon can go down. And Dreadnoughts moving their way over there as well. And the Shogun battleships should eye the same. Though I don't see the Shogun battleships, he actually may have crushed those. Athenian cannons are receiving some hits there, as well as Mirage tanks. Good, it's there. And now the Tesla coil does go down. Good enough take buses there, and they're getting a very good flanking hits. And now the Shogun battleships are still here in the fjord. And these guys are getting streamed and picked up one by one. It's an excellent choke point, and the Imperial Warriors are in great position because they just was a general move order, and they just had a shooting gallery in front of them. Massive advance by the Twin Blades there. Finish up the rest of these IFVs. Just not enough to provide aircraft support anymore. And there goes Blue's ground army. And we got the Jet Tank, Mega Tanks finish up Blue's infrastructure. Yellow does not have crap. And I hear balloon bombs. So balloon bombs are being deployed on now to hit this infrastructure. Very nice. Which will absorb quite a bit of fire as well. And this area will be cleaned on up. Oh, that hopefully was greens, not yellows. But it does use that as the EMP effect to get rid of all these structures. Very nice. And there goes the airfield as well. Blue is going to be cleaned on up very shortly. Yellow has... How is Yellow low on power? Yellow has not been attacked. It hardly did any worth of damage or anything when attacking. Blue's out of the game. Let's go and... I'm just going to fast forward. Yep, there we go. Super reactor does go down there, and there's the rest of the infrastructure. Yellow backs out of the game. Well, very good game by most players. This is Anagram saying thank you for watching, and on to the next replay.